Good morning, everyone. And in this video, we are going to do a recap on calculus, and specifically we'll look at integration. So most of the students actually get confused when we are trying to talk about integration as well as differentiation. So now in this video, I'll just dive just sort of like the basics of what is integration, so that we can see the main purpose of what integration is. So to begin, we are going to look at, first of all, we have what is called indefinite integration, or rather integral. So you have to understand, when you are given something that can be described as indefinite integration or indefinite integral. So what does indefinite integration looks like? So first of all, you have to understand what is a mathematical symbol of integration. So what is a mathematical symbol? So many people don't realize the mathematical symbol that we need to use, so that we can be able to differentiate it from our differentiation, and be able to know what you are doing. Okay, so when you look at the symbol is usually just the symbol is usually like this. Okay, so this is a symbol. So it's sort of like a slanted ace. An ace that is elongated. Okay, starts like this and then comes like that. So this is a symbol of integration in general. But again, what does indefinite integration looks like? So for instance, if I have an equation, say example, it's a integrate. So this is a question that is saying integrate. For instance, if you have this symbol, okay, and then I have let's say something like simple one, let's say just x, okay, squared plus just x, and then I put in this, and then I say dx. So what this particularly means is that you have this main thing that you are going to integrate, okay, and of course this should be able to give you y, because when you remember that when you're integrating, you're just doing the reverse of differentiation. Okay, so once I integrate this function or equation, I'm gonna actually end up getting the original function, or rather equation. So when you have this kind of integration, this is what we call indefinite. Okay, it is indefinite because what that means is that we don't actually know exactly the upper the lower limit and the upper limit. And what that means is that if I have, let's say I had upper limit, the number is 1, then the lower limit, the number is just -1, and then I have what I had. Okay, so when you look at this, it's different when I have also something like so different if I have something like just this. So x squared plus x, and then the x. So the difference is that this one is what we call definite, okay? So definite integral, or this kind of a definite integration. And then while if you have this one, basically you have an indefinite, okay? So this and this, they are two different things, because with indefinite, this one at the bottom, we are going to add, after finishing integration, you're going to add, after finishing integrating, you're going to add an arbitrary c, okay, a constant, to sort of understand where this function or equation is passing through the y-axis. However, on the one on top, this one, we are basically trying to find out the area between these, the upper limit, okay, this is what we call it, the upper limit, and then this one, -1, is the lower limit. So we just want to find out the difference between this minus this after we integrate this one, and then we take the difference of this minus this, okay? So basically that's what we normally focus on when you're looking at what kind of integration are you trying to solve. So you have to really understand, is it a definite integration that I'm doing or indefinite integration that I'm doing, so that you basically understand what you're supposed to do and go direct to the answer. Now, again, the understanding of the other thing is that what I gave you is, if I'm told to integrate x squared plus x, and then there is something like dx. So what this basically means is that it simply means that we are integrating with respect to x, okay? We are integrating with respect to x. So this x could be anything, but however, you have to understand that this is an independent variable, okay? That this is an independent variable, so it's what we're actually changing, okay? And then once you integrate now, so let's do the actual integration. But before you do that, this is the basic of integration. So if I'm going to integrate this, so what I have is integrate x squared plus x with respect to x. So the most important thing to understand is you can actually dismantle this. That is how to go about integration. So x squared is just going to be x squared, the power, the power increases by 1, and then you bring down the same total power down here, so 2 plus 1, okay? This is basically the meaning of integration. So what that means is that you take the increment of 1 to the power, so the power is 2, you add 1, so you can see that we have added 1, and now the power also on top becomes also the denominator. Then you have actually done what? Integrated. So what this basically means is, altogether now I can say that it is going to be x squared plus 1 over 2 plus 1, and then I go to this part. This second part is going to be plus. Now you have to take note, the power there is 1, so that becomes, again, x, there is a power 1 originally, and then you add another power 1, divide by 1 plus 1 again. So now this now becomes x to the power 3, okay, x to the power 3 over 3. Let me just so this is going to become x to the power 3 divided by 3 plus x to the power 2 over 2. Now the moment I'm just done, so this one can actually go like 1 over 3, okay, x to the power 3, just sort of to indicate the coefficient in fraction form, and then plus this is also going to take half x to the power 2. Now the moment I'm done, this is going to be added. You're going to add a c, okay. Now I've added the c. This means that I have integrated, okay. So meaning the original equation then implies that we can say therefore, because after you integrate now, you're converting to the original equation or function. So this implies to say if the subject of formula was y, this is going to be y is now 1 over 3 x to the power 3 plus half, and then x to the power 2, then plus now the constant. Then you have actually integrated now, okay. So this integration is indefinite. So this is an indefinite integral, okay. So this is basically how you go about it. And how you know that it's indefinite, because we don't know exactly where this equation is passing through on the y-axis if you are actually to plot this equation, okay, because the c stands for habitual constant, okay. So thank you so much, and in the next video I'm going to look at the definite integral, okay. So how do you go about handling the definite integral? So thank you so much. Remember to subscribe, like, and share my video. It's bye bye. See you in the next video.